and I promise you that song about the White House will be in my head for the rest of today. So thank you to the third grade for that, wherever you're sitting. I'm very happy and very honored to be able to speak with all of you on Veterans Day. And I'd like to thank Mr. Benici for inviting me to speak. Like I said, it's certainly an honor. And it's terrific. This is a terrific program. It's terrific to see all the students, your kids, learning about America and a lot of our important traditions. That's great. And when I see all of you standing up and putting your hand over your heart to recite the Pledge of Allegiance, that means so much to me. Because when I see that, it means that a lot of the virtues that I learned in school, you're still being taught today. And learning those virtues, like patriotism and honor, are all really important parts about being American. So, this is the participation part of the speech. I'm going to ask the students some questions. I need you to raise your hand and tell me the answer. So first, we know that today is Veterans Day, but for this side, who can tell me what it means to be a veteran? I saw your hand first. What does it mean to be a veteran? Yep. Yeah, we come back, right? Some of us come back. That's a really good answer. So veterans are people who served in a war. That's it. Is anyone else? I saw all the way on the far side in the corner over there. Yep, you in the red shirt. Exactly. That's a great answer. Okay, second question. Who here knows a veteran? Raise your hand. Okay, right here in the shirt, the denim shirt. Who? That's okay. Great. How about right here in the middle? Your grandpa? Oh, thank you, sir. That's great. All right, one more. All right, and the gray sweatshirt right over there. Yep. Yeah? That's awesome. That's great. Okay, last question. This is the last question. It's going to be a little bit harder. Who knows why we celebrate Veterans Day today? Oh, wow, that's a lot of you. Okay. All right, you seem really excited to answer this question. We got to know the answer. Yep, absolutely. How about, okay, in the American flag shirt right over there. Yeah, absolutely. One more. All right, how about you? Why do we celebrate Veterans Day today?
Because it's a very special day.
It is a very special day. That's a great answer. Well, thank you. Thank you all for participating. Thank you all for raising your hands. Those are great answers. So I'm going to do a quick history lesson. So Veterans Day was originally called Armistice Day to commemorate the end of World War I. In fact, the fighting ended on the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month in the year 1918, which is why we celebrate Veterans Day on November 11th, 11/11. And the word armistice actually means, it's sort of like a peace agreement. So we're celebrating the peace on the 11th day of the 11th month. Makes sense, right? For me, Veterans Day is special not because of my service, but because my father served in the Pennsylvania Army National Guard. My grandfather and my uncle both served in the Army Air Corps during World War II. And my second grandfather, I think we're having an announcement, served in the Navy during World War II. And for me, Veterans Day isn't just about a call to service, it's about a legacy, one that I'm very proud to carry forward. And for the Air Force has been wonderful for me. It's allowed me to travel the world, and it's allowed me to meet so many people that I never would have had the opportunity to meet. In fact, one of my favorite stories is from my second deployment to Afghanistan. There was a small group of us, and we were all on top of this mountain. We were there for a few days. And one night, the clouds came in, and it started to pour down rain, and we were all stuck on this mountain together. And so we all had our ponchos on, and we were all huddled together, trying to stay warm. And one of the guys said, you know, today's my birthday. And without thinking about it, three of us just started singing happy birthday. Well, quietly singing happy birthday to him. And when we finished singing happy birthday, the guy just said, greatest birthday of my life, man. Greatest birthday. I love that story. The military is one of the most respected institutions in our nation. And it's so respected because brave men and women, like our veterans here today, step forward to serve and to uphold our American values. And that service is really important, right? It means that they were willing to sacrifice their individual freedoms for the good of the military, for the good of the country, and that they were willing to put themselves into harm's way to uphold many of the freedoms that we take for granted. And so, because it is Veterans Day, if I could ask everyone here to do just one thing for me, to do just one thing, and that's to go home and talk about what are our American values. And what I mean by that is simply what values set us apart from other nations, and what values have made America the country that it is today. I'd just like to say in closing, thank you for inviting me to speak today. And to all our veterans in the audience, thank you so much for your service to our great nation. Thank you.
Let's hear it again for Lieutenant Colonel Stephen McNamara. Excellent, thank you, really appreciate it.